Good morning, Greater Michigan Chapter members. I wanted to take a minute here Friday, May 8th, 2020 to first welcome you back to a second day on the job site and kind of give you a couple of tips moving forward to a first full week back from this shutdown going into next week. First of all, I want you to know how proud I am that the chapter has stepped up to become a resource. I always like to consider us sort of the Google from an association standpoint. And I always felt like anytime my members had to get out on the internet or get out on Google in particular to find resources, that was value we lost as a chapter. I take that kind of personal, quite frankly. So we have definitely stepped up to provide those kind of resources for you. And understand this is work in progress too. You know, this post COVID-19 deal and the climate and culture that we're going to be inheriting from this point forward is something that I'm quick to embrace. I love change. It drives my board sometimes crazy about how willingly I am to change, but I think change is certainly what keeps us in front of a lot of the things that will be coming out ahead of us. And I think we're well prepared right now as a chapter of resource, and I consider that to be a badge of honor. We are a chapter of resources. There'll be a lot of issues that come into this post-climate, post-19 environment. I'm more concerned about the legal aspects of this now that we're back to work, and I can assure you that it is number one priority for me. It's a number one priority for the folks I work with at ABC Michigan and ABC National, protecting your organization against frivolous lawsuits. I do think that, litigation will certainly be an issue moving into this post-19 environment. So I would keep you abreast of that. I've got a series of webinars this week and then next week to address some of these concerns out there. But I can tell you on the front lines, we are definitely making sure that while you go back to work, you're not hampered by the clouds of litigation that might be out there with people who don't want to come back to work, who are afraid to come back to work, and even with some of the PPP issues that are related to folks who don't come back to work and the legal challenges there. And there are just so many of those things. There's still a lot of cloud of uncertainty out there that we have to address, but that we will do. So definitely understand that next week it will be a series of different kinds of challenges, and I will keep you abreast of that. Lastly, just remember, again, dotting the I's and crossing the T's is so vital right now. I am concerned about drop-bys, drive-bys, inspections. It is so vitally important to have somebody on site who is designated. They need to know they're designated. Make sure your preparation, your post-COVID-19 preparedness plan is with them, written or on a phone or something that is readily accessible should somebody ask about that plan. So you want to make sure that you're covered in that respect. And I don't have to, I know I sound like, dad preaching, but I just, that is my big concern, is that in our haste to get back sometimes, we drop the ball a little bit. And, one thing I certainly think all of you can appreciate is that, when a merit shop contractor gets a sneeze, everybody gets the flu. And I don't want that to be a picture of who we are as contractors when somebody's not dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Is so vitally important because we're first to go back. And I know the eyes of the world will be up on us like they aren't anyway, but this is an important time for us. And I think we are certainly going to meet that challenge. So again, resources. Tap me. Let me do that hard work for you while you guys are doing the hard work of reopening up your organizations. I love being that source. And lastly, I just got a new member who called me yesterday and who said to me, and I had been giving them some information and to kind of keep them abreast, because I still believe we have a responsibility to the industry, not just to our chapter, but to the industry. He said to me, "Hey, I'm joining you." And I said, "Well, I've been talking to this guy for the last couple months or so." And he said, "I'm joining you because I read your last CEO newsletter and how you prayed over your workers." And I said to him, "Well, that's an easy thing to do. I don't think I'd ever be a part of any organization that would have me muffle, hide, or disguise my faith." And that was important for him too. So with that, I'm going to say something that I say all the time. God bless you all. Please stay safe out there. And if you need me, that's why you pay me. You're not bothering me at all. Please tap on the door. I'll open it and I'll be there. So have a great weekend. Catch your breath a little bit. Let's go back into another week, a full week of construction work. And let's do it safer. We've already been safe. We're just going to do it safer. I love you guys. Have a great weekend.